watching Republic.
Hello and welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. It's an end of a historic chapter. Iconic MiG-21 retires after 62 years. Maharashtra Deputy CM Ajit Pawar loses his cool at a flood-hit farmer over loan waiver question. After Operation Sindhur's heavy blow, Pakistan terror relocates to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Direct Republic impact. Wangchuk arrested for provocative speech. Jaishankar delivers diplomatic punch at G20 meet. Calls for zero tolerance on terror. And from ban threats to buyout, Trump signs order bringing TikTok under US ownership. And viewers, the first story at 6 Stories at 6. The IAF's MiG-21 roared in the skies for the last time today, leaving a 62-year-old legacy behind. Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh led the last sortie of the MiG-21 as a legendary aircraft fleet was officially decommissioned. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh paid tribute to India's legendary combat jet, the MiG-21, recalling its contributions in various conflicts, ranging from the 1971 war to the Kargil conflict and from the Balakot airstrikes to Operation Sindhur. Take a look.
Curtain falls on India's iconic MiG-21 fighter jet. 6 decades of service, countless tales of courage. In Chandigarh today, the world watched as MiG-21 took to the skies for the one last time. From 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, 1999 Kargil War and 2019 Balakot strikes, the aircraft inflicted serious damage on Pakistan. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauded the legendary MiG-21's glorious service to the Indian Armed Forces, recalling its historic and successful missions.
इतने लंबे समय तक MiG-21 अनेक वीरतापूर्ण कृत्यों का साक्षी रहा है। इसका योगदान किसी एक घटना तक या केवल एक युद्ध तक सीमित नहीं रहा है। 1971 के वार से लेकर कारगिल के युद्ध तक या फिर बालाकोट एयर स्ट्राइक से लेकर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर तक ऐसा कोई क्षण नहीं रहा जब MiG-21 ने हमारी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस को जबरदस्त मजबूती न प्रदान की हो।
The Defence Minister also spoke about MiG-21's story of courage, sacrifice and excellence.
1971 का वार भला कौन भूल सकता है। MiG-21 ने पाकिस्तान के साथ युद्ध के दौरान विपरीत परिस्थितियों में जिस दिन ढाका के गवर्नर हाउस पर हमला किया, उसी दिन उस युद्ध के परिणाम की रूपरेखा तय कर दी गई। इसके अलावा भी इसके लंबे इतिहास में अनेक ऐसे मौके आए जब MiG-21 ने अपनी डिसाइसिव कैपेसिटी साबित की है। साथियों, कोई भी ऐतिहासिक मिशन हो, हर बार MiG-21 ने तिरंगे का सम्मान बढ़ाया है। इसलिए यह फेयरवेल हमारी कलेक्टिव मेमोरीज का भी है और हमारे नेशनल प्राइड का भी है और इस जर्नी का भी है जिसमें करेज, सैक्रिफाइस और एक्सेलेंस की कहानी लिखी गई है।
Once the backbone of India's air power, the legendary jet leaves behind stories of courage, loyalty, survival and some tragedies. More than 400 crashes in 6 decades, claiming 120 lives, earning the grim title like Flying Coffin and Widowmaker.
The pilots of yesterday's generation, today's generation, and of my generation, we have all flown the MiG-21, and we respect this aircraft like no other.
It's a fighter pilot's dream, and I am so lucky that I was given the opportunity to fly this very machine. I have seen the curvature of Earth from a height of 78,000 feet. This aircraft has taken me to that height. It's a wonderful machine. I have fired most of the ammunition that you see behind me. MiG-21 is like the AK-47 of fighter aircraft in the world. Nothing more I can say about it.
I joined in 1979. Every youngster wanted to fly the MiG-21 because that was the largest fleet in the country and the most variants. And it could do all kinds of roles: ground attack, close air support, air defense, and air-to-air firing. One of the things which were very new those days.
And with this, the sun sets on India's iconic fighter jet, the final salute to MiG-21.
And viewers, Ajit Pawar has been caught on the wrong foot yet again. The Maharashtra Deputy CM has sparked a political row after a video of him snapping at a farmer who questioned him over a loan waiver in rain-hit Marathwada region went viral. The video shows how the Maharashtra Deputy CM angrily responds to the young farmer and mocked his query by saying, "Give him the chief ministership role." The NCP has now defended Ajit Pawar, saying that it's just his tone of voice. Take a look at this report.
After losing his school with an IPS officer, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar snaps at a farmer.
स्पेशल ऑफिसर ही हमको हाँ तो हमको उनको मदद करने का ही काम है सर।
आपके साथ बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपको आदेश देता हूँ कि वो रुकवाओ और आप जाओ और तहसीलदार को बताओ कि अजित पवार जी का फोन आया था। डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर ने मुझे कहा ये सब रुकवाने के लिए, क्योंकि अभी मुंबई में जरा मुंबई का माहौल एकदम खराब हुआ है, उसको अपने को प्राधान्य देना है। मेरा नाम बताओ उनको।
It took just 20 days after his angry video call to an IPS officer. The latest lose his school episode was from the rain-hit Marathwada region, when a farmer questioned him about a loan waiver. And here's how the flood-hit farmer was shut down.
सकाळी 6ला सुरू केले बाळा मी करमळ्याला जे काम करत ना त्याचीच मारा बघा ना आता एवढं जीव तोडून चालतोय हातून पण एका ठिकाणी जायचंय आम्हालाही कळतंय ना आम्ही लाडक्या बहिणींना आज किती मदत करतोय आज 45,000 कोटी रुपये वर्षाला तिथे मदत करतोय शेतकऱ्यांची वीज माफी केली 20,000 कोटी रुपये भरतोय.
And this is not the first time. Just 20 days back, on 5th of September, it was an IPS officer. His viral video call to the IPS officer set Maharashtra politics on fire. The video from Solapur district shows IPS officer Anjana Krishna on a phone call with Ajit Pawar. He is heard rebuking her, directing her to stop a crackdown on illegal soil excavation.
स्पेशल ऑफिसर ही हमको हाँ तो हमको उनको मदद करने का ही काम है सर।
आपके साथ बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपको आदेश देता हूँ कि वो रुकवाओ और आप जाओ और तहसीलदार को बताओ कि अजित पवार जी का फोन आया था। डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर ने मुझे कहा ये सब रुकवाने के लिए, क्योंकि अभी मुंबई में जरा
And viewers, the success of India's Operation Sindoor targeted and inflicted significant damage on terror bases in Pakistan. Now blown away by Operation Sindoor, terrorist organizations, the Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba, all of them are relocating their training and accommodation centers to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Terror is reconstituting, terror is reconstructing, and Pakistan is paying for it, funding its revival. Here's the proof the world must watch and Pakistan cannot deny.
An explosive terror training evidence in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Visual show Pak terrorists building a terror training hub. Raw video captured on September 22nd reveals construction activity at a site in lower direction. A 4,600 acres sprawling terror campus. Workers moving materials. Foundations rising. This is not a mosque being rebuilt. Intelligence sources say this is Markaz Jihad-e-Aqsa, a terror training complex in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Officials say the group behind this is Lashkar-e-Taiba. After Operation Sindoor dealt a destructive blow on LET terror dens, spooked now, they are shifting operations deeper into Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. After recent strikes, terrorists are moving, regrouping and rebuilding. What you're watching is a relocated terror campus of LET. Construction under the cover of religious buildings. The pattern is terrorizing. This is a terror infrastructure hiding in plain sight. Sources say construction began on July, just weeks after the Operation Sindoor. The world must watch this. Pak-sponsored terrorists are reconstituting to recruit, to train, to strike, and India is watching very, very closely.
Viewers, the direct Republic impact. Sonam Wangchuk has been arrested on the charges of delivering provocative speeches. The arrest comes 2 days after Ladakh witnessed its worst violence in decades. Wangchuk has reportedly been moved out of Ladakh just 2 days after violent protests left 4 people dead and over 90 injured in Leh. This comes just a day after Union Home Ministry cancelled his NGO's license under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act over alleged violations. And in the latest, we're coming to know that the SP rank officer is heading a 4 to 5 member team that has taken Sonam Wangchuk out of Ladakh. Just hours after Republic exposed Wangchuk, Ladakh police arrested the Ladakh activist for allegedly provocative speeches and instigating the youth.
We have now confirmed that it was from the district police headquarters that this Sonam Wangchuk is being taken by the authorities. We are following the cavalcade of the DGP of Ladakh and other senior officials. 2:30 this afternoon, the arrest was made. Arrest was made from the outskirts of the Leh. That is also the confirmation.
Republic exposed Wangchuk's provocative speeches.
जब चीन घुस आता है तो लद्दाख के लोग जान देकर रोकते हैं, मगर अब अगर भारत सरकार हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहा है तो अगली बार वो आएं तो हम उनको रास्ता दिखाएंगे, हम रोकेंगे नहीं, हम जान क्यों दे जब हमारा कोई संरक्षण नहीं हो रहा है.
नेपाल लाई उस्तेडो बांग्लादेश लाई उस्तेडो श्रीलंका लाई उस्तेडो मिवन से गिरजा क्यों नोक्तेने चिक चिक शीना तेने क्यों नोक समरगयाले.
ये युवा पीढ़ी का बड़ास था, एक तरह का जेन ज़ी रेवोल्यूशन जो कि उनको सड़कों पे लाया.
But Congress is still defending the controversial activist.
मेरे हिसाब से वो भी अनवांटेड है. वो मतलब स्टेप उठाने की जरूरत नहीं थी कि वो मोस्ट रेस्पेक्टेबल आदमी है. वो गांधीयन सोच का आदमी रहा है. उसने हजारों किलोमीटर पैदल यात्राएं की है, कभी किसी को तकलीफ नहीं दिया, किसी से कोई सहायता नहीं दी है, मगर सिर्फ लद्दाख के हित के लिए उसने अपने आप को डेडिकेट किया.
Wangchuk will reportedly be taken to an undisclosed location. Meanwhile, internet services have been suspended in Leh in view of security situation.
Security beefed up after the arrest of Sonam Wangchuk, and we have seen that the violence which took place here at this spot just 2 days back, and then after we have seen yesterday that the action on the Sonam Wangchuk we have seen, in which we have yesterday seen that the FCRA of the Sonam Wangchuk has been revoked, and then after today the major and the legal development, we have seen that the Sonam Wangchuk has been arrested. But yes, the security on the ground has been beefed up, as you can see here in the visuals that the Firdaus is showing the visuals. visuals on the ground that everything is being monitored very closely. We have seen that the senior officers from the Ladakh police, including the ITBP, CRPF, they are on the ground and they are monitoring the situation very closely.
Provocative speeches instigating the youth and dubious foreign funding. Wangchuk's role remains in the spotlight in Wednesday's Ladakh violence. And viewers, Jaishankar delivers a big diplomatic punch at the G20 at the high-level G20 meet on the sidelines of the UNGA. India delivered a strong message. India's External Affairs Minister warned that terrorism remains the most persistent threat to humanity, called out global double standards and urgent reform of multilateral institutions. Positioning India as a bridge builder, he stressed that combating terror, securing food and energy, and fostering dialogue are vital to stabilizing the world. Take a look. At the high-level G20 meet on the sidelines of the UNGA, India's External Affairs Minister minced no words, calling terrorism the most persistent threat to humanity. Jaishankar warned that no country can afford indifference or accommodation.
A persistent threat to development is that perennial disruptor of peace, terrorism. It is imperative that the world display neither tolerance nor accommodation to terrorist activities.
Stressing the need for global solidarity, Jaishankar pointed out that terror networks are deeply interconnected, demanding collective international action. Presenting the case for Operation Sindoor before G20 foreign ministers, Jaishankar said that those taking on terrorism are performing a service to the international community. Although he did not directly mention Operation Sindoor carried out by India against terrorist enclaves inside Pakistan earlier this year, his target was clear.
Given the extensive networking among terrorists, those who act against them on any front actually render a larger service to the international community as a whole.
From threats of a ban to a $14 billion buyout, TikTok's American dream has just been sold off. President Trump has approved the deal that forces TikTok out of Chinese hands and into a US-led consortium. ByteDance, the Chinese owner, is left with scraps under 20%. The order marks an important procedural step towards finalizing the TikTok sale, but the deal is not yet complete. Although both US and Chinese officials have signaled that they are aligned on the deal's framework, it will require more approvals from both the countries. Here's more.
Chinese-owned TikTok was on the brink of a ban in the United States. But Donald Trump has now cleared a major hurdle for its future. Donald Trump approved a $14 billion deal transferring majority ownership of TikTok to an American joint venture company. And interestingly, the largest investor in the company is Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, the world's second richest person and Donald Trump's close ally. TikTok has an American user base of 17 crore. In Donald Trump's words, the Chinese president gave him a go-ahead following their meeting.
This is interesting because I had a very good talk with President Xi, a lot of respect for him. Hopefully he has a lot of respect for me too. And we talked about TikTok and other things, but we talked about TikTok and he gave us the go-ahead. You know, it's run by American investors and American companies. Great ones, great investors, the biggest, get bigger, I don't imagine. And I think I can say that especially the young people, they really wanted this to happen. They did not want to have TikTok close. And I got, a little used to TikTok. I used it myself during the campaign and it was very successful because you know how I did with the young voter.
Vice President J.D. Vance accentuated the term of TikTok algorithm under US control.
Thank you, sir, for your leadership and for your help. We really couldn't have done this without the president actually ushering this deal over the finish line. There was some resistance on the Chinese side, but the fundamental thing that we wanted to accomplish is that we wanted to keep TikTok operating, but we also wanted to make sure that we protected Americans' data privacy as required by law, both because it's the right thing to do, but also because it's a legal requirement of the law that was passed last year by Congress. So we think that we were able to do that. Of course, we're going to keep on working at it, but this deal really does mean that Americans can use TikTok, but actually use it with more confidence than they had in the past, because their data is going to be secure and it's not going to be used as a propaganda weapon against our fellow citizens. We're very excited about it. We appreciate the cooperation of everybody involved, and it's a big day.
For now, TikTok is safe, but the question remains, will Beijing bend to US terms or risk a ban?
And viewers, that's all we had on 6 Stories at 6. This is Shivangi Shukla signing off. Do not go anywhere. Next, we are live in breaking.